Alright, everybody. Well, making my first walk today after school. Garrett and I planned to come out here at 4, but then he had some work thing pop up, so I'm out here alone and going for my first walk. The only reason I'm going for a walk today, which it is February 10th today, is because the deer that we would really like to find the sheds of, his name is Megatron. We believe that he has dropped his antlers off because we're getting a larger pedicled deer come by about the same time as he does every day. Well, it's kind of inevitable that this happens every year, but I kind of figured by the look. Show you where I'm at. This is our late season bean field, and I kind of figured by all the hair there's something going on, and sure thing, there's a bunch of deer hair here and this dead buck. So that kind of sucks. Not kind of, it does suck bad to find deer like this, but I don't actually have a knife on me, so that's gonna stay there. That's the first find of the day. Kind of looks like the coyotes would have done that in about the last 20 days then, because in Illinois our last day is like the 16th, 17th, 18th of January, and today's February 10th. So that would have had to happen because Garrett and I were out here on the last day of season when we shot a doe. So that would have had to happen within the last, 20-ish days or so. All right, you guys are not gonna believe this given where this freaking thing is. This is definitely last year's shed. I haven't found a fresh one yet other than that 3-point deadhead, but same edge. It's like boom boom. I guess when it rains it pours, right? So same edge. There's one of our late season ground blinds next to our edge feather here. There's another one up there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right at the tip of my finger. And there's our really nice Cadillac blind that we built by scratch. And here's our edge feather. So we've talked about this before. If you really follow us, we've got this big log jam of timber here, so deer have to come in this corner and they have to come in right here. Now the funny thing is, what I'm about to show you is this is a deer antler, and this has got to be last year's deer antler because Garrett and I would have seen it, but it's like, I don't know, maybe 4 yards, 5 yards from our edge feather opening here. And this thing is like, it's like pressed into the ground, and it's got squirrel marks on it right there, like pressed into the ground. And you can tell that this is obviously last year's deer antler because of how wide it is. There's no wax ring on it here, and look at the look of the tines. They're stained, and this is like bleach white. So that's more so embarrassing for Garrett and I because we probably walked by this specific trail, which it was right there stamped into that grass. We've walked past this trail I don't know how many times per season, and during the off season and during all the things that we are out here doing. But got a first shed of the year, but it's definitely not a fresh shed. It's from last year, but kind of funny. I guess I'm happy I got that one though. And like I said, this is just a really quick walk today. I've only been out here for about 15 minutes and it's getting dark, as you can see. So good old February, we don't get that much sunlight, but I will come back with you guys if I find anything else. Okay, today's a pretty exciting day. Kayla and I'm gonna go show her the farm, and we're gonna go down there and meet a logger today who is a little bit more on the whitetail habitat side of logging, and he's a really whitetail and habitat management focused logger. So we're actually going to develop a management plan for the farm today with his help, and he's going to go in there and create some travel corridors, create some edge feather, create some hinge cutting, and harvest some select cuts while he's in there doing that to take money out. So I'm pretty excited to see what he says and how this all kind of fits together on this 60-acre chunk we got. So this is going to be the first of many videos of us being down there and getting our hands dirty. So this is like the beginning stages of something pretty cool. And it's February 11th today, which means we also just might find a shed antler or two, or hopefully a lot when we're down there.
A new blind.
New blind. So this is Bobby. Bobby's the man that runs what company?
The Whitetail Group.
And the Whitetail Group is essentially a group of people that do whitetail-centric logging. Okay, so we just got done walking with Boppy, and so far, it's like a long skinny strip. And there are 32 harvestable walnut trees. There are 10 harvestable white oak trees. There are 7 harvestable hickory trees. So he's going to give me his estimate and his bid, and basically what he's going to go through here and do is create some logging roads to get all these logs out and take them to market. So that's going to be awesome, because that's going to give me some new access roads, and we're going to collaborate between where those are going to be, and it'll hopefully increase the hunting. But as we were just walking around today, marking trees and stuff, actually, you know, it's still pretty early to be picking up antlers, but we found a lot of fresh ones. So this is the first one we found. Nice little 1.5-year old deer. And we got what appears to be like a nice 2-year-old with this little acorn point on it. So that's pretty neat. Nice little antler. And Michaela found this set of this little match set, which is pretty cool. The wax rings are still pretty well intact on all the antlers that we found today, so they all appear to be fresh, unlike the antler that I found the other day. And then I found this thing as we were like walking out, tangled in a mess of trees, which sucks, especially now, I feel like, because Michaela and I were talking about it, like on farms that you get permission or lease, this stuff like this doesn't sting as bad. But this is a pretty nice deer, and he's dead. We found him caught in some ornamental bittersweet, so I'm actually gonna take his head off, hopefully go home. And my goal is to get a dermatous beetle colony established this winter. So Garrett's really good at boiling skulls, but I feel like dermatous beetles, all the ones that I've ever seen, they get the skull super white. So I'm gonna actually build an apparatus and order like a starter colony. So if you find a deadhead, holla at me and I'll just throw it in the box and you can come pick it up. But you got to be located within an hour or two of my house, and you're coming and getting it and dropping it off. So this one stings a little bit, but nonetheless, it was a really good day so far. So we found that, and then these 4 fresh antlers. It's pretty cool because for the first time, I guess I can say in my life, that all these antlers, that deer, came off my property. So that's a pretty rewarding sentence to be able to say, I guess.